Hi everyone, Eric Reynolds with your Fox 10 News Now update. A suspect is behind bars this morning in connection to the Port City's 52nd homicide of the year. This is a follow-up to a story that we first broke yesterday morning here on Fox 10 News. It happened at the Isle Parkway Apartments, that's on Levine Road near Dolphin Island Parkway. Mobile police say that 23-year-old Breor Williams Jr. broke into 69-year-old Robert Ragona's apartment and then stabbed him to death. Police are still investigating a motive, and they're not saying yet if the two men knew each other. Now, Breor Williams Jr. is charged with murder and first-degree burglary. He's being held in Metro Jail on those charges, along with a probation violation. Hours after the 52nd homicide of the year, Mobile Police Chief Paul Prine sat down with Fox 10 News to discuss his plans to stop the violence. His plans involve more officers and even roadblocks this weekend. Along with that, you can also expect to see more officers on the streets, especially near the 1st and 3rd precincts. And that's where the chief says that most of this crime is happening.
Because that's where a lot of our crime is occurring, the violent crime. And so we want the public to know that we're making some hard decisions here to funnel resources where that crime is.
By law now, police are required to give the locations of these roadblocks. Those will be released on Friday. An update to a story that we first told you about last week on Fox 10 News. A Fairhope man in jail for almost a month on what his lawyer called a misunderstanding will be staying there. Baldwin County Circuit Judge Jody Bishop revoked Vernon McCovery Jr.'s probation and ordered him to serve 2 years in prison on the original drug charge. The dispute centered on whether McCovery was informed that he had to report for probation, which is what triggered his arrest. Now, this was what defense attorney J.D. Hawk had to say earlier this month.
State probation came out of nowhere, I think March, and said, he's supposed to report to state probation. Well, nobody told him.
But Baldwin County prosecutors argued, and the judge agreed, that McCovery had ample notice of that requirement. There was also testimony that the defendant has not made any payments towards more than $3,100 in court costs, and that he also failed 3 drug tests. After his plea, the defense also argued that those positive tests were residual marijuana in his system from before the plea. The 2 teams competing in this year's Lending Tree Bowl have arrived in the Port City. The Eastern Michigan Eagles from the MAC Conference will be taking on the Liberty University Flames. Kickoff set for Saturday at 4:45 at Hancock Whitney Stadium.
I'm meteorologist Michael White with your Fox 10 Storm Tracker report, and we start off with a live look at the radar, which is quiet. And so far this week we have stayed dry. This will be another dry day on the Gulf Coast, but it's getting closer to where we start to see opportunities for rain returning. We'll get a little bit of that at the end of the week. Unfortunately, bigger chances will arrive over the weekend. Now, we are starting off fairly quiet. The big weather hazard you may face this morning is patchy fog. It won't be very widespread, but some of you may have some poor visibilities as you head out the door early this morning. Other than that, we're just going to continue to see a mix of sun and clouds like we saw yesterday and like we saw on Monday, with high temperatures in the afternoon once again projected to reach the low 70s. Weather headlines for your Wednesday. This morning, patchy fog is possible. Then as we head into the afternoon, it's going to be warm and dry again. And as we look on down the road, we're still expecting to see a big chance for weekend rain. Let's go through that Fox 10 Futurecast where the risk of patchy fog will be in play. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds today. You can see that at midday, things should look fairly pleasant in our sky. And as we go forward into the evening and late night hours, clouds will continue to thicken up, but still no signs of rain for the next 24 hours. Here is how the next 7 days are going to stack up. We go from the low 70s to the mid to upper 70s tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. Unfortunately, Saturday is looking to be the wettest and possibly stormiest day out of the next 7, and the morning temperatures jump into the low 60s at the end of the week. Now, we will continue to see opportunities for rain Sunday and Monday, but temperatures will be getting cooler. Highs will drop to the mid to upper 60s Sunday and Monday and down to the low 60s by Tuesday. We'll continue to update you on your weather throughout the day right here on Fox 10 News Now.